When I first started this year, I had just discovered what I really want to do, which was to share my journal entries with you guys and post my thoughts, feelings, everything that runs through my crazy mind, just speak on it. This is my open journal. And at the beginning of the year, I had just really discovered, like, okay, I'm going to start showing my face. I'm not going to post faceless videos, and I'm just going to put myself out there. I made a lot of changes mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually in January. And I think some of those changes led me to getting really sick. I mentioned in my earlier videos that I had quit smoking and drinking, and I was on the path of sobriety. The second week of February, I was going through a lot. I had my kids home with me. I was going through my PMDD. I was having marital issues. Like, me and my husband was just not seeing eye to eye at the time. And work was hectic. And it was just a lot. And again, I was now like really getting into my sobriety. So it was just a lot of changes. And I think I believe the Mercury retrograde was happening. I don't even know when it started, but I believe it was. And I try not to get too involved with the Mercury retrograde because when I used to do it, it used to really affect me. So now I try to ignore it, but I found out about the Mercury retrograde after everything I went through. So that was okay. But anyway, second week of February, I ended up getting sick with pneumonia. So everything came kind of like clashing all at once. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. I had every intention on posting on my channel. Like, this year, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. Now that I know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go full throttle. I'm gonna post. Even when I'm not trying to actually upload, I'm gonna still record and have videos on deck. And I had all the plans. And I was just in go mode. And even though I was in go mode, my body was tired. My body was talking to me the whole time, and I was just tired. But I was ignoring my body. And this is before I got sick. I was ignoring my body because I felt like I had wasted so much time not knowing what I wanted to do. And I just felt like it was like I was about to miss the train. So I'm like, before I miss this train, let me just go. Just keep going. I had a lot of signs, a lot of affirmations, a lot of synchronicities that kept telling me, get rest. But I was just like, nah, this is not the time to rest. I just figured it out. I am not about to rest. So the purpose of it is more so to say, I went through all of that because I ignored my body. And you're supposed to know your body. I'm not 100% healed from the pneumonia. I would say right now, I'm at a 90 to 95%, which is good enough for me. Because compared to what I was feeling like over the last 6 weeks, oh my gosh, I will take this. This is good. I could work with this. I could cook, I could clean, I could go about my business, I could work. So I will, you know what I'm saying? I will take this. I'm fully functional and operational, and I could handle my family. Like, I will take this. But how I was feeling when I was sick and down, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was upset with my body. I was upset because I was like, you're shutting down at the wrong time. This is not the time to be shutting down. Like, Why me? What is happening? Like, why I gotta deal with this? And the worst part about it is my mind was still like intact. Like my mind was like, let's go, let's do this. Like, oh, let's get up, get up, get up. And my body's just like, nah, we ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You gonna sit your ass down and you gonna rest. And I was literally forced to rest. My mind was going crazy. There was even a point where my husband was like, you need to just chill. Like, you literally physically cannot. So you need to chill. And I'm just like, my brain is just running. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with this time? Like, just lay in bed all day and just sleep and just talk about hard-headed. And it's not to say I've never had any health scares before. Like, I've ended up in a hospital before. I've had surgery before. So it's like, why? You know what? I guess in my head, like I said, I was just so excited about finding out, like finally discovering, okay, this is something that I actually enjoy. And then I didn't even get a chance to kind of like fully get into it before my body just said, no. No. Y'all, I was sick for 6 weeks. Still in I'm gonna say 6 weeks because now I'm like I said, I'm at a 90 to 95%. But 6 weeks, I was off work for 2.5 weeks. I was upset with myself, but then I couldn't get upset with my body because the body's like a car, right? I was upset with my mind because all sicknesses, in my opinion, all sicknesses start here. And I'm like, you allowed yourself to get there. You saw the signs. You didn't want to get rest. You didn't want to formulate a proper schedule to properly do things. You just wanted to keep going, staying up late, journaling or working on ideas for your content creation, or just constantly overthinking. Constantly overthinking. Like that mental muscles you were burning and stretching, that could take a toll on you as well, It could take a toll on you. So I ignored it and I just kept going and going and going and going until God said, I'm gonna stop you. I didn't even think I was gonna be stopped. I was just like, okay, like I know my capacity. I didn't know my body. See, I really didn't know my body. I should have known my body. I jumped a little ahead of myself thinking like, oh, okay, I could push myself to the limits because I know I'm not doing nothing crazy. But no, not getting enough sleep, that's crazy. Especially at my big age, not getting enough sleep is crazy. I know for myself, I need 9 hours minimum. For my body, I need 9 hours minimum. I was running on 4 to 6 hours of sleep every single day. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You see what I'm saying? So it's like what was I thinking? And of course God gonna step in because he's like, hold on, I need you. You're the vessel. I need you. So if you're not gonna listen to your body, I'm gonna make you listen to your body. Get your rest. And I felt like I was tortured because I was really down bad. I lost my voice. I only got my voice back last week. Before, I was talking like that. Like, I couldn't come on here and record for y'all talking like this. I wanted to. No lie. I wanted to record like that. And I wanted to show you guys, like, listen, I'm still pushing through. But I was like, come on, girl. You can't be ignorant. Stop. It ain't never that serious. Stop. Get your rest. And I just kept thinking about the whole time. Like, while I was sick, the whole time I kept thinking, it was like, do you know how much time you're wasting right now? The year is going. And I was getting more mad because as the second week passed, the third week passed, I haven't gotten pneumonia since I was a kid. Okay? Since a kid. And I was like, yo, like, where you get this from? I don't even go nowhere like that. Where did you get this from? My husband and my kids are out the house all the time. They didn't get pneumonia. I got pneumonia. That sounds like my immune system was weakened because of all the stress, all the recalibrations, everything that I've been undergoing. Like, it's just been a lot on my body. It took a toll. So I was like the perfect recipient for this pneumonia because it's like, all right, we got her. And I'm thankful to God that I didn't have to get hospitalized. It was no extreme case, and I was able to get myself back better. But whoa, I couldn't do nothing. Like, when I say I was trying all the natural remedies from the motherlands, and nothing was beating that thing. And that's what made me end up going to the hospital, because I was like, all right, if my natural remedies ain't working, it got to be something else. And I went to the hospital because I said I need everything to be checked from head to toe. And that's when they say, yeah, you got pneumonia. That frustration that you get, like, ugh, I want to do it now. And I'm impatient. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm impatient. I'll be wanting it now. But I was so angry with my body because I was just like, yo, why would you get here? How did you get here? Not right now. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to rest. I spent all of last year going through so much that I felt like that was a time that I was creatively resting. I was resting creatively last year. Don't do that right now. Not right now. Just getting started. I would say after the third week, I accepted the fact that I had to really take a break and just not do. And because my voice was gone, I was like, all right, God, you you don't want me to do this right now. And that was hard because wanting to do something, wanting to just go out there and do it, and then being held back, especially by your body, not being able to do, and your body's literally talking to you like, I need time to heal. Like, I need time to heal. Before you kill me, before you shut me down, I need time to heal. And in my mind and my body, let me tell you something. Spiritually, the way you manifest or get things or have access to abundance, mind, body, and your spirit has to all be aligned. Okay? Remember that. Mind, body, and spirit has to be aligned. That's how you gain maximum abundance. I literally felt, and before I got sick, there was a point in January when I was excited to do everything. Yes, mind, body, and spirit was aligned, because that's when I had decided that, okay, I'm going to go sober, not going to do anything, and I'm going to eat clean, I'm going to drink more water, I'm going to get more focused, I'm going to meditate more, I'm going to pray more, I'm going to get more aligned. Everything, my spirit, my mind. When I say my spiritual gifts were so hyphened, I didn't even get to, that's what I'm saying. There was so many videos I wanted to talk, like there was so many videos that I wanted to post and talk about, because the things that were happening for me, inexplainable. I started having dreams. Oh my gosh. Yo. I was connected like this. And then it all came crashing down in February when I got sick. I stopped having my dreams. My spiritual gifts, right now they're dormant, but I had thought I lost them. They were gone. And of course, because your body with all the low energy, not having any energy to tap into, of course you're not gonna have your spiritual gifts full out in the forefront where you could have your full senses. My body was too weak. It was too weak, and I was upset and angry and confused for a good bit. Told you, after the third week I accepted it. I just said, okay, all right, God, if this is what you want me to do in my life right now, I guess I'll get rest. I guess I'll just sit here and let my body go through this sickness and just I guess time just got to pass. But looking back, thinking about it now, that was kind of ignorant of me to even be thinking like that, because if God is granting me an opportunity to rest, when he knows that I have such a busy life with the kids, my husband, work, and then just, household things and just other things that got to get done, if he's giving me the opportunity to have an actual break, I was ungrateful for it. I was ungrateful for it because my mind was so focused on, why am I not healed? Why am I not okay? Why is something wrong with me right now at this time? I didn't appreciate the break. I didn't appreciate the time off. I did journal a lot. I'm not going to lie. I did do that because I had a lot to say. I had a lot to say. I had a lot on my mind. So I did journal a lot. I journaled. But we got to listen to our bodies. And what I've learned from that situation is, now I'm focused on getting sleep. Now I'm focused on where I put my energy. Now I'm focused on, honestly, more so that where I place my energy, like not giving every single thing my energy, being very selective, because my energy get burnt out very quickly. I'm already sensitive energetically to my environment and where I place myself, who I speak to, what I'm around, what I allow into my orb. And because I'm already naturally sensitive to that, I have to be careful about where I intentionally put my energy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be depleted everywhere. And my recharge, again, being a mother and being a wife and working full time, you don't get that much time to recharge like how you would say you would get it if you were a teenager living at home with your parents, where you could come off of school and sleep and then have somebody feed you because your parents are cooking or somebody's cooking. You ain't got to cook for yourself, and you literally just, you're taking care of yourself, and you get to sleep as long as you want. You get to sleep. You ain't working. You just in school. You sleeping. You sleeping when you come home. You sleeping. That was me before. That was me. That was my life before. But now, being the caregiver, my energy gets depleted very fast. Long story short, I don't get to recharge my battery back to that 100% fully. I keep recharging it to maybe like 30%, 40%, maybe 50%. And that's not enough for me. I need that 100, especially being spiritual. Like I said, being energetically sensitive, I need that 100%. So I was not paying attention to my body. I thought I was. Well, I thought I could push myself because I thought I knew myself. But God showed me, like, no, especially with all the changes you've made, you need to relearn yourself, because you really don't know yourself clearly. Because you had this going on, you ignore the signs. You had this going on, you ignore the signs. You wasn't paying attention. So, learning your body and paying attention to what you eat, how you feel after you eat it. Even for me, like, I know when my PMDD is around the corner. Like, I know because I start getting agitated, or I start having low patience for people, or I might come a little bit more snappier. Like, I have a little extra bite to my commentary when I'm speaking to people. Like, I might say a little sassy, a little sarcastic, sassy stuff, and I'm like, ooh, girl, you got a little attitude in you. But she just said it had a little tone to it, it had a little ting, a little toot to it. So I'll pull out my calendar. I'm like, my period is around the corner. That's why. All right. Let me back up, because I know this. I know what's about to happen. I know what I'm in right now. I know this is like the red zone. I tell you, PMDD will have you tripping out. But my mom, shout out to my mom. She's the one that told me that. She always said, you need to learn, especially as a woman. She's like, you need to know your body. Because when you know your body, can't nobody tell you about your body. You will tell them what's happening to your body. And I ain't gonna lie, I have a story time for that too, because there was a time where I had to tell people what was happening to me. And we talking doctors. I told them what was happening to me. And they was like, no, 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 that's not what it is. And it was exactly what I said it was. Y'all. It's my fault. It's my fault. I can't blame my job. I can't blame my husband. I can't blame the kids. I gotta blame myself, because I am supposed to know what I can handle and what I cannot handle. I am supposed to know my limits. I am supposed to be exercising the word no. I am supposed to be telling people what I can and what I cannot do. So instead of saying yes, oh, no problem, I should be like, no, actually, I can't do that. Actually, no. And it's not even to say, and I'm just giving you guys those as examples. The situations that I was dealing with didn't really require me to say no or not. My situation specifically, it was involving me placing my energy in unnecessary battles. And when I say unnecessary battles, meaning like if other people want to talk to me about certain things, me engaging with them and realizing that the engagement was not so positive and it's not really going anywhere. So rather than trying to speak on my side or how I feel, I should have disengaged. Or another example, taking breaks where I should. Or another example, getting rest when I should not be staying up late. Like sometimes, like if your body is able and you have the energy, and let's just say you have your own business, you work full time, but you have your own business. And let's just say after you're done with everything that you got to do, cooking, cleaning, got kids, dealing with the kids, put everybody down to bed, you're done with your work, your job, your 9 to 5. And now you want to focus on your own creative endeavors. Knowing to not push yourself every single day, let's just say from 9 p.m. all the way to 2 in the morning. For me, I can't do that. I was doing that. I was staying up, working on my journals, working on my content, working on how I'm going to get out of my 9 to 5. Yeah. 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then having to wake up at 7 a.m. the next day. Oh, sorry. Going to bed at 2 a.m. and then having to wake up at 7 a.m. and doing that every day. No. Now I know some people be like, yeah. Because maybe they have the energy, maybe they don't have as much on their plate, or maybe they do have stuff on their plate, maybe they do have that much on their plate, but they're like, nah, I'm trying to get out this 9 to 5. I'm not giving myself no excuses. I'm on go mode. I'm just saying, that's okay. I get it because I was there. I get it. But if your body is talking to you, you start feeling a headache, you start getting the eye twitch, you start feeling like a little lightheaded after you're doing something, your body is talking to you. And you don't want your body to shut down on its own, because God has a way of making our bodies just rest on its own. He will hit the reset. Well, sorry, not reset, sleep mode. You don't want God putting your body in sleep mode. So this is my recommendation to y'all. Listen to your body. Don't do like me. Because I still can't believe I got pneumonia. I can't believe it. Like I said, I haven't gotten pneumonia since I was a kid. Okay? A kid. That's a long ass time. So I was doing good. But apparently also a lot of people walking around with walking pneumonia and they don't know it. So yeah. But I guess my immune system was so weak that it just Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. But thank you, God. I am much, much better. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I don't wish that on nobody. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So, yeah, listen to your bodies. Listen to your bodies. You ain't gonna regret it. You ain't gonna regret it, because all that, I was pushing myself so much that God sat me down for 6 weeks. He made me rest for 6 weeks. Do you know how much time? Had I just listened to my body and did things in increments, that 6 weeks I would have had it how I would have. I would have had videos up. I would have made progress from other content. I would have made progress elsewhere. But because I went and I try to do it my way, God said, you know what? You ain't listening. Now I'm going to do it my way. And God did it his way. Yeah. And I'm so thankful for my voice coming back, because I think that was one of the most, like, my throat was so, because I was coughing a lot. With pneumonia, I was coughing a lot. I couldn't record because I was coughing so much. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked. Anybody who's sick right now, I wish you the most speediest and fastest recovery. May God bless you with full health, and miraculously you'll just get better. But being sick sucks. Like, it sucks. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Be there for yourself. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize your health. Y'all, we got one body and one life. I'm out here. I was out here acting like a cat, like I got 9 lives. No, it's just one. It's just one. So take care of yourselves, all right? Until the next time. Mystic out.